Yo, what's going on, guys? This is DragsterTV here, back at it again. And you guys are back here on SnowRunner. Now, for today's starting video, guys, essentially what we're going to be going ahead and doing today, guys, is simply taking a quick little look at this brand new mod. Now, exactly what this brand new mod is that we do have in front of us here today, guys, is a Ford F150 RAPTOR, completely created, designed, and uploaded all by a creator that goes by the name of Aris, I believe. And I'll put the mod up on the screen so you guys can see the creator's name. Now, according to the name in mod.io of this truck, apparently currently right now the truck we do have in front of us here today is the beta and the 0.1 of the beta. So that's the version of the truck we are checking out here today. So this is the first version of it, and we're going to go ahead and take a full look at it here today. Going to run through the full customization and go through all the details and see what this bad boy can do. We're going to hop right into a review of it and get to testing it. So let's go and hop straight into it. We're going to go and start off the review of it first. Let's go and check out how much this bad boy costs. We're going to go and find it over here in the truck store, not too far down the list. You guys will be able to find it and pick it up for a whopping $93,000. $93,310, that is. And this is what you get. We're going to go and hop straight into the customization now and see what you're going to get out of it. Alrighty, guys, so hopping straight into the engine first. We're going to go and start off first with the factory engine here, as you guys can see. And so far off the bat, I mean, it may be pretty powerful. It's just the factory stock Ford EcoBoost engine, and right off the bat you will be able to tell that stuff on this truck may get a little bit pricey. I mean, look at the price of this engine. Now, yes, you may be getting unbearable amounts of speed out of it. We will find that out here in just a minute, but still, that's quite a pricey engine. Anyways, we're going to run it. So here are your three options: factory, tuned for Baja Racing, and then a V8 Hennessy for the Velociraptor, the engine out of the Velociraptor. Anyways, we are going to go ahead and run through the full customization. From what I know, I'm not trying to spoil it for anybody, but from what I know about this truck, you can pretty much build it into whatever you want. Like, you can make it, you can keep it stock, you can make it your daily driver, right, how you'd want it in real life, or just completely make it a Baja Racing truck. So we're going to go through all that today. So we're going to make the engine just the fastest one, tuned for Baja Racing, because we want that power. Let's see what gearbox we can match it up with. We're going to have the factory gearbox first, then we have a racing gearbox, and then a Hennessy gearbox. And since we're not doing the Hennessy build, since the fuel consumption is just a little bit worse, that's the only difference, but I'm going to go and run the racing gearbox for our tuned for Baja Racing insane engine. Well, I'm hoping it's insane for what amount of money it just blew on the thing. Moving on down into suspension next. Alright, so here's your F150 RAPTOR stock suspension. We've been looking at it for a little while. Here's just a full look over of it. So going up one, now that's at the very bottom. So going up one, here's your, let's see how much that is. I mean, that's going up a solid 6 inches, maybe. That can't be 8. I mean, if that's stock, I mean, it could be. I mean, that's a pretty tall lift kit. That's the rock crawling suspension kit. And then up one, let's see what our actual lift kit is going to be. It's going to lower it just a little bit. It's going to make it kind of, you know, a little bit squatted in the back. This is custom lift kit. I personally don't like it. If I wanted to run a lift kit, I'd want it even, and so I'd run the rock crawling suspension kit. And last but not least, we have it completely squatted for our pre-running suspension kit. So that's just the first step to turn it into a Baja Racing truck. For me, I'm going to go ahead and for my build, I'm going to go ahead and run the rock crawling suspension kit. And for tires, I'm going to go ahead and run, oh, we don't have too many options for the amount of height we do have. I guess the 39-inch tires are alright. They're fine. I was thinking at first they weren't big enough, but they're going to be fine. They'll do. So here's pretty much how it goes. You're going to have 35-inch, 36-inch, and then 39-inch highway tires, all-terrain tires, off-road tires, and mud tires. And I personally prefer these off-road tires. I think they do complement the truck, so I'm going to go and run the 39-inch off-road tires. And you got your normal winch options. I'm just going to go ahead and select the last one. And here we go. Alright, so just got a little bit thrown off guard. So the creator of this mod, it goes by Aris. I believe I'm saying that incorrectly. I'm not too sure. Let me know down below in the comments. And if creator Aris, I believe, is down below in the comments, let me know how to pronounce their name in case I will be reviewing some of your other mods in the future. I just would like to make sure I get it right. But man, in the description, he did mention this is one of his first mods. I don't think it was his first ever mod. I think he said it was one of his first mods. Anyways, he did mention he was new to the whole modding game. So, I mean, if there's a lot, I mean, so far in visuals and everything, I mean, he's given us a lot of options here and a cool looking truck. So in visuals, if we have multiple options for all of these, that's just going to be insane. For a first time modder, I mean, that's is crazy. This is, I'm guessing, a long project, and so far it seems like it's an insane one, and so far with what I'm looking at, I'd rate it a 10 out of 10. So here we go. Lights. We are going to start first with an LED light bar. We have rear spotlights and front ditch light. So we're going to go and run all of those, so we love all those. For body, alright, we can have a steel roll bar in the back, might as well run that, or a Baja race cage. So this is for you guys that are running a Prerunner build on this. And then we have our stock sliders, which we can go ahead and take off, which I personally do not like those things, so that's why I remove them. And so far it's coming together looking nice. I love this thing. I mean, now in my opinion, this is the best Ford Raptor in the game so far currently right now. It's just insane. It gives you so many options to do what you want with it. I feel like I'm building my own Raptor and doing everything I would want to do to it, you know, if I had my own Raptor in real life. So, and also all the money in the world, so these things can get pricey. Anyways, guys, we went down to rear bumper. Here's your stock rear bumper. I personally like it. And then you can have the option to put on the Velociraptor rear bumper. I'm not sure if I want it. I think I'm just going to keep the stock rear bumper for now. See, I like that I have those options. That's really cool. Okay, so for the interior, you even get these options. That's cool. So I'm going to go ahead and keep monitor, so I'm not too sure what that is. And I'm going to go ahead and remove the factory interiors to see what it does. So, oh, that completely removes the interior. Okay, definitely didn't think that was going to happen. And I'm going to go ahead and throw in the striped racing interior because I feel like that's going to be pretty cool. Stock bonnet, not too sure if that is. Can I take it off? Oh, that's your hood. Okay. Wide fenders. So for front fenders, I read wide fender, but for our front fenders here, alright, you can have the option to throw on. Here's your front stock fender. You can put a wide fender on it, or a Prerunner, that's pretty wide front fenders here, but you can put it on. You have that option. I feel like it'd look pretty cool if I did put it on, but I kind of want to keep it stock. That's something's telling me to keep it stock. Why not? I also run my Prerunner, even though I'm not building a Prerunner, but just to be different. And then same with back here, which I do not want to do. I could do wider fenders maybe. No, I can't do it. Just gonna go ahead and keep my normal front fenders. I don't like the Prerunner ones or the widened ones. And now moving on, next you're gonna have custom snorkel. Alright guys, you can put on a snorkel. I don't know if I should. And then you're gonna have a custom one for your wide kit, if you're going to run one, or you can just remove them completely if you want to use it for that matter. I'm not going to go and run a snorkel for this build. Alright, so here's for your front bumper. So here's your stock front bumper. Alright guys, next going on down one, you can put on the Velociraptor front bumper. I personally like it. Didn't really care for the rear Velociraptor bumper. That's just my opinion though. Here's the custom front bumper. Looks alright. And then the Baja front kit. Obviously it's going to have no bumper. I feel like it'd look pretty mean if I ran the Velociraptor one. Let's go and do that. And for rims, here are all your options. Gotta start first with just your steel rims. Then you have steel rims 1, American rims, and then steel rims default. Gonna go and run those ones. Is there anything else down here? Man, that's a tall list. And last but not least, we're gonna have our colors. I personally like this color, but let's just go through and see what other colors I can have the option to put on. Is there anything? I personally like that cut. No, I don't. Never mind. Don't want to spend too much time on this, but let's just go ahead and keep it a normal color, stock color. Let's get to testing this bad boy. But just remember, not quite yet. We still have to run through a quick little review of the truck. So if you go ahead and direct your attention to the bottom left corner of the screen, you guys will find that this truck will come with a 397-gallon tank. So you will make it pretty far down the road. With this gearbox, which is our race gearbox, if you're choosing that gearbox, you're going to get pretty much everything. High gear, low, a plus, a minus. The truck will have all-time engageable auto drive, meaning that you don't have to be in low gear or something like that, and no diff lock options. Alright, so you're not going to have that option. And as well, you're going to have no suspension options and functions. Here is our striped racing interior. Looks pretty good if you ask me. Pretty spot on as well too. Now let's go ahead and hop straight into sound, see what it sounds like. Okay, I've heard that sound before, so it's not a custom. It may be custom. I know it's custom sound since somebody made it, but I've heard that sound before on, I think, a few other trucks. Maybe just one. I'm not too sure. And I'm not too sure what truck it was either. Let's go and try the horn, see what that is. Okay, so pretty stock normal horn, but it still has it since a lot of other trucks don't have it. So man, this truck's got pretty much everything, and big fan of it. I like it. Sounds pretty good as well. Oh, okay, it's got the Hummer sound, I think. Okay, it's got like the Hummer sound for when you're driving it, but I don't think the startup is. I mean, that's what I think it is. Let's go ahead and change to a Hummer since we have one right over here. Okay, so it was the Hummer sound. Maybe. I mean, they sound very close. It might be. So we went through the full review. By the way, pretty bright lights as well. And I wish I can get into nighttime. Let's go ahead and do that. Skip the time just a little bit. Okay, so yeah, it's always day on this map. Had to re-jog my memory. So I can't to test out the lights, but I'm guessing they are pretty bright. Alrighty guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and test out this truck's mudding capabilities. I don't have mud tires on it, so I'm not gonna have overall with the truck with mud tires on it, I wouldn't have the best feeling about taking it through mud, but I am guessing that it would probably make it through at least the first mud pit. I don't know, there's a lot of trucks that seem like they would, but they don't. So this truck seems like it won't, but maybe it will, not too sure. And we are using off-road tires. Let's just go ahead and do it. So here we go, 3, 2, 1, and we're off. So far dangerous water levels with this truck, staying up as tall as we can get it. Let's go ahead, let's see. Alright, so far making alright time. Personally myself, I wouldn't take it through any mud any deeper than this. Alright, so this is where it might get us, right here. Some of these ruts coming up to exit. Alright, so that was a solid 30 seconds we did exit at. Alright guys, and all in all it did well, so that's 10 out of 10 for that, since I wouldn't want to take it through any mud taller or thicker than the first mud pit, and I wouldn't expect it to do well in any other mud pits, but maybe it will. Looks like it's something you guys will have to find out on your own. Next up, we're going to go ahead and do a baseline test for our speed. Let's go ahead and find out what kind of power this thing is holding back. Alrighty guys, I spent a fortune on the engine and gearbox, including everything else on the truck, but the two main things that just, you know, if you were kind of broke on the game, that would definitely drain your bank account, with my tuned Baja racing engine, I think, and then my race transmission. And let's go ahead and see if I get my money's worth. So here we go, in 3, 2, 1, and we're off. I'm gonna spam clutch here. This is a 6-gear gearbox, and no, that does not sound like a Hummer. It kind of does. I mean, it kind of does, but it's not the exact same engine sound. All right, and 6 out of 6 gears. Try high gear. It's a little bit faster, maybe. All right, so we did make it on down the line in a solid 19 seconds. All right, so not half bad. Next up, guys, we're gonna go ahead and test out its rock crawling capabilities. So here we go, in 3, 2, 1, and we're off. Let's go ahead and take it up through these rocks right here. Now, I was originally going to skip this test. However, I did remember that this truck would be maybe an alright crawler, and that my suspension is a rock crawling suspension. And we just glided over those rocks like it was nothing. That's really awesome. Love to see it. And I think the suspension is insanely good. Okay, we're not going to keep going up on over through those. We're just going to go ahead and take it over these logs, see how it'll make it through the mud and everything. Obviously, the suspension is not going to be an issue. This is insane suspension. However, we are taking some minor, I was going to say minor, but taking quite a lot of engine damage. Alrighty, guys. And we made it through the whole thing starting at the front of the rocks in a 53 second time frame. So that's pretty cool. And all in all, guys, I am very impressed with this suspension. It's just insane. And actually very happy that I did test the rock crawling capabilities with the tallest suspension, also the rock crawling suspension. Let's go ahead and jump it now and see how it holds up, and then we'll take it around the track and just see how the truck performs overall. Okay, so we didn't even make the jump. It's a little bit sad, but I have a feeling we can, so we're just gonna go ahead and try that again. So here we go, guys. Let's go ahead and see if we can make the jump. Round 2, and we are set for success. We are going to nosedive, take 4 engine damage. How's the turn going to be? One of the first trucks to somewhat make the turn and not flip and have the suspension soak it up. Let's just go ahead and take around some of these tight corners. Let's just rip it, test its pre-running capabilities with this suspension. It's not even the Prerunner suspension, if there was a Baja Prerunner suspension. I believe there was, because that was the one that was, I believe that was the one that was squatted, if I remember correctly. And no, it's not a complete squat. It's just how they're built and tuned and set up. I'm not that much of a noob, guys, but that's just the look for those of you that didn't know that about Prerunner suspension. Honestly, I feel like this truck would have a lot of power, and that it actually does have a lot of power. But I wish it had a better gearbox to pair it with. We reached 6 gears at a very low speed. Not a very low speed, but at a pretty low speed. And for what we paid for the thing, I'm just thinking of, you know, people using this truck on non-modded maps. You know, it'll hog up a lot of your money. Alrighty, guys, if you're gonna do a full build, and I feel like the engine will have a lot of power, as I was saying, but just not the right gearbox, in my opinion, to pair it with. I am doing apparently the fastest gearbox, the race gearbox. Guessing there might be a better one, but I chose the one that I felt like was gonna be the fastest. And I mean, we're at 5 out of 6 gears right now. We're just hardly crawling. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Anyways, guys, that is pretty much it for Aris, I believe, is Ford F-150 Raptor is an insane truck all around. Customization 10 out of 10. It can do pretty much anything, but the engine does take a lot of damage quickly, so that's like the only thing I have to take a note of. But overall, the truck is a great truck, and for one of his first builds, he did say, and for a modder new to the game, this truck is just overall insane. And I'd personally use it, especially when I'm messing around with my buddies on like just, you know, off-road map or something. And I feel like this truck would make a lot of fun, and you know, overall all-around good truck. So that's my opinion on the truck. Great job, Aris. Hope to see more builds from you in the future. Keep up the good work. And that, guys, that is pretty much it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you have amazing guys day and night. Leave a fat like if you guys did enjoy it. And that, guys, I'll catch you guys very, very soon in the next one.